I could never look at this book again, and that would still be too soon. Besties, before we begin this video, I need to talk to you about this book that I just finished. I finished listening to the audiobook today, and it is Falling for Gage by Mia Sheridan. Now, we all know I love Mia Sheridan, okay? This audiobook, chef's kiss. So basically you have Rory and, yep, right there in the title, Gage, and Rory not Gilmore. Worry not. Even though I love me some Rory Gilmore, that's besides the point. Basically, this is a one-night stand type of book, okay? He has a one-night stand with a cocktail waitress who he thinks lives like 3 different towns over, like 3 hours away from where he lives. But then, lo and behold, she moves to his little small town looking for her long-lost father. And he's like, what are you doing here? What's going on? This book made me feel such anger and such sadness. Only Mia Sheridan knows how to evoke every single emotion out of me, okay? Because why did I still love it? The narrators both absolutely slayed. You know I love me a good audiobook, okay? I can do it while I'm doing chores, while I'm, folding the laundry, while I'm walking, while I'm at the gym, while I'm driving. Audiobooks are everything to me, and they do count as reading. Argue with a wall. So if you're looking for your next audiobook read, Falling for Gage by Mia Sheridan can be your next one, okay? You also get little glimpses of Archer and Bree. You do get Travis also. I haven't read his book yet. I'm a little intrigued to do so. So let me know if you listen to this audiobook and if you enjoy it as much as I did. This video is sponsored by Dreamscape Publishing. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Now let's continue on. Hello, my shiny face. Hello, my besties. I am literally filming this at 7 p.m. The sun is about to go down, okay? So we gotta make this quick. We gotta make this snappy. Are we gonna be quick and snappy though? We're never sure. We're never sure. Hold on, let's take a sip. Here we go. Ooh, I like this flavor. Peach. Nice. Oh, I like that a lot. This is the mini can. Look how cute she is. She's the size of my hand. Oh, adorable. Before you say anything, yes, I've seen the video. I've seen the rat video. I just don't care. So there's that. Anyway, so I've done some sort of idea, some sort of hell words for me today. Maybe it's because it's 7 p.m. and I haven't had a nap. And I just... Ever since getting back from Coachella, you guys, I've taken a nap every single day. I don't know what's going on. I think my period's coming. And I think that like traveling and taking medicine to travel and like me not being in my routine, it just literally throws me off so bad that when I come back, it takes me a while to get back into the rhythm of things. And lately I've just been taking a nap every day and I'm struggling, you know what I mean? But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Moving on, this has nothing to do with the video. Oh yes, I've done this sort of video many times, okay, where I like talk about BOOKTOK books. Here are all of the videos I've done about that subject, okay? Different books on TikTok. You can go watch them. I'll link them in the description for you. However, every now and then a book becomes really popular on TikTok. And by every now and then, I mean all the time. And I read it every single damn time because one thing about me is I am a follower. So if you tell me something's good, I'm gonna be like, sure, I trust you. Sure, I trust you. Everyone's reading it. I wanna read it too. Everyone's watching it. I wanna watch it too. I wanna be part of the people. You know what I mean? Why would I not want to be? So I've read a lot of popular TikTok books. I'm going to be going through, I think there's 20 here. Yes, I'm going to be going through 20 of them today and telling you what I think about them. I'm not gonna be sitting here and telling you a description of each book because they're popular books that most people already know. And I've talked about them in past videos, so I don't wanna bore you, but I will be just telling you my opinion. Now, you can have a different one. That's okay. I'll allow it. However, this is my channel, so fuck right off. I'm just kidding. Or am I? I have most of these in paperback next to me. However, there are a couple that I don't, and I'll just be putting the little picture right here. You guys know the drill. Here we go. I'm gonna start with a very, very popular book for good reason, okay? The Right Move. We have to start in the right foot because let me just say that I love this book. Let me just start this video by saying I love this book more than I love my future child. Okay, that's not true. I hope that's not true. But also, I don't even know if I want kids. That's a conversation for later. Anyway, The Right Move, Liz Tomford. This book is everything to me. I feel like even if you didn't like the first book in the series, which is Mile High, and then the third one right now is Caught Up, there's another one coming later. But I feel like even if you don't like Mile High, a lot of people don't, The Right Move, it could still be for you, okay? That's how good this book is. This book is like roommates and it's forced proximity and it's like grumpy sunshine. It's little small acts of service. It's also a sports romance because he plays, I want to say he plays basketball, but I could be lying to your face. I feel like he does though. Am I right? NBA team. That's basketball. That's right. So there you go, basketball. And I promise you will not regret it. This book is for everyone. It's rated E for everyone. That was a really bad joke. Also, I saw someone comment the other day, you guys, on one of my videos. They were like, what's up with the screaming hand thing? Like when I go like this, I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing up with it. There's no explanation. I just do it often. Is it annoying? Absolutely. But everything I do is annoying. So that's nothing new. when I'm nothing new. Anyway, the right move. I love this book. I'm gonna go ahead and say read it immediately to this one. And if you don't like it, don't tell me. Bring me into Happy Place by Emily Henry. Now, this I'm a little bit, como se dice, unsure about, okay? Because, what was I saying? I love Emily Henry. It's really pissing me off. I love everything there is to love about Emily Henry, okay? The woman is a saint. Okay, that is so dramatic. I don't know her personally. However, I really like her writing. But Happy Place was one of those that didn't quite hit for me. I feel like that is a very unpopular opinion because people either love this book or they hate this book. I am kind of in the middle. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Did a lot of it piss me off? Absolutely. Like the ending, I didn't love how the characters went about things. A lot of it didn't really add up to me. It felt too forced. I don't know. There's a lot of complaints I have about this book, which is why I'm not going to tell you, read it immediately. But it's a lot of people's entire personality. So a lot of people like it. I feel like it's either, like I said, they love it or hate it. I can't decide. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Happy Place. I couldn't decide if you made me happy, if you made me sad. You're just kind of mid-place. There you go. It's mid to me. I hate that word. I hate that word so much, but it feels very mediocre. It doesn't feel like an Emily Henry book. It feels like a book any author would have written. And I feel like Emily Henry's so special because of the way she writes and the way she makes books feel so special. This one didn't feel that way. So although it was a good book, it wasn't an Emily Henry book for me, at least. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you, do with that information what you will. I can fix him. No, really, I can. Let's talk about Torture Pose for a second, shall we? Favorite songs. I know you want to know. I'm going to go through the whole album. Here we go. Ready? I'm obsessed with, I think my number one, I can't even pick a number one, but I really love I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, okay? I just feel like that one represents me as a soul. So I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can. LOML. I love The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Okay, I love Florida. Florida! Such a good one. But Daddy, I Love Him. Good one. So Long London. Down Bad. Ooh, so good. Okay, So High School. I love So High School. Oh my God, The Prophecy. The Prophecy I can only listen if I'm in a really depressed mood. So obviously I listen to it every day. Oh, I love The Alchemy. Oof. You know what though? Torture Poets Department, I feel like not a lot of people talk about that one, the title track. It's so good. I also do love Fortnite. I wish Posty had a verse, but I loved Fortnite. Pretty sure I just named every track. So this is why I can't talk about favorites when it comes to Taylor Swift, because every single one is my favorite. I think this is one of my favorite albums she's ever done. I say that every damn time, but it's so good. I just don't get the people that are saying they don't like it. I don't understand. Anyway, I saw someone say the other day that I go on tangents a lot and then I talk a lot about things that have nothing to do with anything. And you're so right. I'm gonna start noticing that about myself more now that I saw that comment. Next up, Say You Swear, Megan Brandy. This is my special edition, y'all. I made that. Come on. I'm just never gonna get over that. Anyway, Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I feel like this is the kind of book that you should go into it as blindly as possible. Just know it has a love triangle, sort of. But I feel like it's a love triangle where you kind of already know where you stand with it. Let me just leave it at that. Everybody's the same team pretty much. It's not one of those things that you're oh my God, Jeremiah or Conrad, Stefan or Damon. It's not that. It's just you are immediately all in one team and you're all cheering for the same person. So I feel like it makes it not an annoying love triangle. And this book is just absolutely beautiful. It makes you cry, but in the best way. And it's just trust me. Just trust me. You will cry. You will go through it. But it is so worth it in the end. This is one of my favorite books. I just can never forget about it. I'm pretty sure I tried reading it once a long time ago and it didn't hit for me. I read 2 chapters and I just wasn't in the mood. So I closed it. And then months later, I picked it back up again and I read it all in 2 sittings. And the book is quite large, okay? The book has, how many pages does it have? It has 500 pages, which is, it's not that large. Oh my God, look at the inside. She's so cute. I'm so proud of her. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she's kind of big, okay? That's what she said. But I got through it really fast. That's also what she said. I 1000% recommend you read this book. I could not talk about it enough. Please read Say You Swear if you haven't yet. Run. King of Pride by Anna Huang. Now, okay, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I don't like it. Let me explain. I feel like I read the Twisted series by Anna Huang and I was just super invested in her writing and in her stories and in her characters that when I wanted to read something else by her, something new was coming out, I thought it was going to give me a different vibe. I didn't think it was going to be the same exact thing. And that's kind of how I feel about this series so far, at least. I think King of Wrath, I didn't like. King of Pride, I didn't like. But I liked the middle one. What was it? The one with the Brazilian MC. Makes sense. King of Greed? Yes, I like King of Greed. But I don't even know if I'm going to read King of Sloth because I'm just not that into this series. I could never think about it again and that would be okay. I feel like every Anna Huang man they're the same in different fonts. You know what I mean? Like, I love the Twisted series, and Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies are everything to me, but every single one of those men end up being the same. Like, you could tell me a quote and I could not tell you who said that, because all of her men have the same personality traits, that it just, nothing makes them different to me. And I feel like that's what the Kings of Sin series has really, really shown me. I just didn't have anything new from her writing, from her stories, from anything. It felt like an extension of the Twisted series. And since I already had that, I want something new, you know? So I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Out on a Limb, Hannah Bonin Young. Now, this book made its rounds through TikTok, okay? Everybody was talking about it, and I immediately had to pick it up because, like I said, I am nothing if not a follower. I want to know what everybody's talking about. I want to know the yip and the yap. I want to know, what's the Mean Girls quote? I'm a cool mom. I want to know what's going on. So I picked it up, and I knew right from the get-go. Right from the get-go. Is that the little lizard? Yeah, right? Right from the get-go? Wait, no, Geico is the... What's a get-go? Right from the Geico. Right from the get-go. What's a get-go? Anyway, I knew this book contained accidental pregnancy. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm gonna go right ahead and tell you that. But this book did it in such a way that it made me love it. Like, Out on a Limb and Reckless were two books that accidental pregnancy was done perfectly, in my opinion. This book is like a friends to lovers accidental pregnancy. It feels cozy. It feels like the kind of book that you would bring to a bonfire, let's say, and just chuck it in there. Just kidding. You would read it at the bonfire and like under a blanket and feel all cozy on an October night. It feels like that. And that is the best way I can explain it to you. It feels like a comfy, cozy hug. And that's why I loved it so much. So Out on a Limb, yes, read it. Never by Jessa Hastings. I am a Jessa Hastings stan, okay? And by that I mean I love Magnolia Parks. That is the only series I read by her, and I absolutely devoured it. I rated every book 5 stars. That series is everything to me. So when Never was coming out, first of all, the cover spoke to me immediately. Second of all, I read the premise and I was like, oh my God, it's like a Peter Pan kind of retelling kind of thing. I'm going to eat this up. I'm going to love it. And I ended up not even finishing it. That's just how much I hated this book. I could never look at this book again, and that would still be too soon. I literally like had a copy of it and I gave it away because it's so beautiful and someone deserves to have it. Someone that absolutely loves it, but that person was just not me, okay? I don't really know what it was. I hated every character in the book. I think that's what what really got me is I'm a character driven person. The book could have 0 plot, but if I'm invested in the characters, I'll still keep reading. I'm a character person, okay? Like I fall in love with every character in Boys of Tom and every character in Addicted Calloway, like every character in the Legacy of God series. That's why I love those books. It's because I love the characters. In this, I hated them all. It's like a love triangle, but I didn't even have a team because I hated both men. I hated her. I just didn't feel at all inclined to continue the story, and I didn't really know where it was going, and it was kind of pissing me off. And some of the word choices I hated. I'm sorry. Never do I ever want to see this book again. Yours truly by Abby Jimenez. This is another beautiful special edition. Don't we love her? Now, just by the fact that I have a special edition can already tell you everything you need to know. I adore this book. I'm pretty sure everything Abby Jimenez writes, I will love. Let me tell you something about this author, okay? I am gonna never shut up about her, so be prepared. But she became one of my favorite authors. I don't know how this happened. She snuck in there, okay? Like Part of Your World, Yours Truly, Just for the Summer. I feel like her books are so different than other romance books, okay? I have said that before and I will say it again. Her writing is so different. Her characters are so mature. They go through so much, but also it doesn't feel forced. The romance feels so real, but still, obviously, you know, it's fictional characters, but they feel like they're real. Feels like something that could happen. The pacing of the book is perfect. The fact that there's romance and it's a romance book, but there's also a lot of other things going on too. I feel like the best person I could compare Abby Jimenez to would be Emily Henry. If you've read Emily Henry and you love her books, I feel like you would love Abby Jimenez. Like the feel of Beach Read and the feel of Book Lovers is kind of what Part of Your World and Yours Truly and Just for the Summer feel like to me. So I feel like, okay, why do I keep saying the word feel? I believe that you would enjoy this if you like Emily Henry, okay? Yours truly, yes. Read Part of Your World first, then read Yours Truly, then read Just for the Summer, and thank me later. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like everything Ali Hazelwood releases is gonna be popular no matter what, okay? She did the damn thing with The Love Hypothesis and she has not looked back ever since, okay? So Bride has been her newest release, I wanna say. I don't think she's released anything else, but something else is coming up, I'm pretty sure, like Not in Love or something. That one looks really fun. Anyway, Bride is an Omega-verse kind of book, I am pretty sure. She's not a wolf. She's a vampire. He's a wolf. Okay, Vampire Diaries. Okay, the original. I'm watching Vampire Diaries again, you guys. And I'm going to admit something to you. And I don't want you to yell at me, okay? I'm going to admit it because I believe and being honest in this relationship we have, okay? I've always been Team Stefan. I know, it goes against everything I believe in, but I've always been Team Stefan ever since I watched Vampire Diaries when I was like 13 years old. Now I'm rewatching it again after many, many years, okay? Because last time I rewatched it was like, I wanna say like 6 or so years ago. I don't even know when I rewatched it. And now let's see if my opinion changes. So stay tuned, because now I feel like I enjoy morally gray men and I can appreciate them. Whereas before I was very like clean cut, because I was 12, but so I was like, Stefan, and now I want to see if I still believe that. But let me just say that I'm rewatching, and as of right now, Stefan and Elena still hit different for me. But let's see, when Delena becomes a thing, I want to see if I fall for it. Yeah. So that's that on that. Besides the point, werewolf and vampire and bride and Omegaverse, what have you. Did I like this? Yes. Did I love it? No. This is, again, another one kind of happy place situation where it was right in the middle for me. I rated it, I don't really remember what I rated it. I'm pretty sure I rated Happy Place and this one like 3.75 or 4 or something, which means I really enjoyed it, but it's not everything to me like it is to everybody else. It means a lot to many people, okay? Like this book, they would get it tattooed on their chest if they could. I am not one of those, but I also wouldn't throw it out the window and let it get ran over by traffic. You know what I mean? So that should tell you everything you need to know. I am right on the fence about this one. Yeah, I wouldn't go howling in the wind about it because wolves, but I also wouldn't step on it. There you go. If you want to read it, do, but I'm not going to force you. The Words by Ashley Jade. I feel like this book has been popular for a really long time, okay? I've seen it when I first started to like look into darker romances. So this was one of my very first like gray book, because it's not even dark, but it was like a gray area kind of book. And maybe that's why I despised it. But let me explain to you, I hate everything there is to hate about this book. First of all, let me explain. I kind of have to explain the premise a little bit, but I don't want to spoil anything for you. It's supposed to be, okay, no, I don't want to spoil. I can't spoil it, but just know that I hate so many things that happen in this book. I just could not forgive the guy. He pissed me off so much, and I feel like she deserved so much better. Also, this book is supposed to have plus size representation, but when he starts to really be attracted to you after you lose weight, that's not plus size representation, okay? No, just no, okay? The words, it's for some people, but I would just take all the words out altogether and make it not a book. Notice how that joke didn't work, and I still kept going. It's the perseverance in me, cause I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile, even when you wanna die. Moving on, shall we? We're gonna move on to Bestie. Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. Look at her, she's beautiful. She's Grace. This book is popular for a reason. Trust the process. I think this is one of Lauren's best books. Now, I've said that before, and I've seen a lot of people say that this book is boring. I understand where you're coming from, because I feel like it is like, is it long? I don't even think it's that long. Okay, it's like 500 pages. But I understand, because the plot is like, there's not too much plot, but like I said, I'm a character person. So because I loved the character so much, and I just loved the found family and the real family in here, I loved everything about it. So it made me just not even really care about the plot, because I was so focused on the characters. But that's just a me thing. So if you are a plot-based person, this may not be for you, but I still felt like the plot was just enough for me. Like I feel like Love Redesigned and Terms and Conditions are Lauren Asher's best books, in my personal opinion. Now, you could think anything you want, but that's just the only right opinion. I'm just kidding. But really, Love Redesigned, I think, is one of her best. Like, if you want to read just a random book by her, you don't want to like start a full series because you're not prepared yet, the other ones haven't come out yet. So this is the perfect one. So Love Redesigned. Yes, run and read it. That is just my opinion. But listen, if you could think it's boring, you could also listen to the audiobook. Maybe that would help, because you know what I did? I read this book, I don't remember when, I'm not gonna lie. I read it on Kindle. And then right before it was gonna come out, I listened to the audiobook so I could refresh my memory. And I loved the audiobook. I loved the narrator she chose. I loved the duet narration. It felt like I was really into the story. So maybe if you think this could be boring for you, if you tried Lauren's books before and they just didn't hit, maybe try an audiobook of it and see the vibes, okay? Because like I was saying in the beginning of this video, audiobooks are everything to me. I will die on this hill. So maybe try it. And then maybe love will be redesigned for you. 7 Years Slip by Ashley Postone. Now this book, it became popular out of nowhere, okay? I was not seeing a single thing about it. All of a sudden, it flooded my For You page. I don't know where it came from, but it was everywhere. And I immediately had to pick it up. I was like, I feel very left out. I must read this book. So I went, got the little paperback, and I was like, here I go. And I read it, and sort of regret it because I was so bored. Bringing up the board thing. Like, some books just don't hit for people. Some books are just not your cup of tea. I drink coffee. This book was not for me. I don't even really know how to pinpoint what it was. The story kind of just bored me. The characters, I didn't feel their chemistry and their love as much as I wanted to. This book, everybody was saying, was giving like invisible string, and it was giving, you know, the perfect person at the wrong time and fate and all this stuff. So I really expected a lot of that, and I just didn't see it with this book. Again, it could be a me thing. I did enjoy the writing, but it wasn't everything I wanted it to be. Maybe I expected too much, but I'm pretty sure I rated it like 3 stars. So it was cute. It just didn't change my life like I wanted it to. So the 7-year slip was a slip for me. I'm gonna do the 2 final books that I don't have physical copies of right now, okay? So The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson. I really enjoyed The Nanny by this author, so I thought I was gonna enjoy The Fake Mate. Lies all around it because I didn't enjoy it. Now, I did read it right either after Bride or before Bride. I read it like simultaneously with Bride. So I think that wasn't my best idea because I did enjoy Bride, but I didn't love Bride. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll enjoy The Fake Mate more. And then I ended up enjoying it less. So I just feel like I did too much all at once. And that's what happened with this book. What really got me with this book is you get to like, let me show you with the paperback. You get to like this much of the book. And all of a sudden, girly goes into heat and they just start having sex everywhere. And that's okay. I don't mind, but I'm not one of those people that needs spice in a book. Like, I like to read the book for the plot, and then if spice is there, I also enjoy it, but it's not something that needs to be in every single page. Like, I like it for it to be there for a reason. You know what I mean? Like selective spice, emotional spice. And this one just kind of felt like just throwing it out there just so you have it. And that's not the kind of book I was in the mood for in that moment. So, no. And here comes my most unpopular opinion to date. None of this is true by Lisa Jewell. Listen, I've tried this author before. I read Then She Was Gone. There She Was Gone. There She Is. I think it's called There She Is. No, There She Was Gone. Something about someone being gone and she was there. No, she's not. I read that by Lisa Jewell and I didn't like it. So I didn't know if it was the author because it's only one book I read by her, or if it was the time I read it, or if it was just I wasn't in the mood, whatever. So I tried again and I read None of This Is True. I did read it fast. I will say that. I'm pretty sure I read it in like one sitting. It did keep me invested. But by the end of the book, I kind of just was so angry. I feel like that was the point. You were supposed to be angry, but I hated the plot twist. Like, I hated the fact that they tried to make me cheer for the person that I wasn't supposed to be cheering for, and just pissed me off. Like, I'm like, you try to make something okay that wasn't okay, in my humble opinion. And so that just rubbed me the wrong way with this book. But it's a thriller, so that's expected. You know what I mean? Everybody's kind of a bad guy, so it's okay. But maybe that's why I didn't love it. And also, I just don't love Lisa Jewell's storytelling. I feel like by now I can say I just don't like her writing. But this is my most unpopular opinion because everyone loves this book. Like, it's rated like 4.50 or something on Goodreads. 99% of people love this book. I am in the 0.0000001. So don't take my word for it, okay? Maybe try it. But I wouldn't waste your time. I'm just kidding. I didn't like it. Now we have The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. Now, I read The Deal, The Mistake, The Score, and the last one, The Goal. I read those books long ago when I first started my reading journey like 2 years ago, okay? And I absolutely ate them up. And then I read The Legacy by Elle Kennedy after that. Like, I would say like a year after that, and I didn't love it. So my faith in Elle Kennedy was gone because I also didn't like another book she wrote, like Good Girl, something about a good girl on campus or something. I don't remember the name. It just did not impress me whatsoever. So when I went into The Graham Effect, I went into it with very low expectations. And maybe that is why I absolutely loved it, okay? This is Garrett and Hannah's daughter, and it is incredible. The crumbs you get from past characters, first of all, incredible. Second of all, it didn't feel like it was just about them. Like, it actually had another story and it focused on the characters it needed to focus on. And it gave us just a little bit of crumbs, which I felt like was perfect. I loved the love story. It reminded me a lot of Haley and Nathan from One Tree Hill, which is one of my favorite couples of all time. So if you like them, I really feel like you'll like this. I'm going to read the second book, hopefully this weekend, because I have it, The Dixon Rule, and I really want to read it. And I don't know, I really loved this. I even read the paperback, which is very rare for me. I feel like I read on my Kindle most of the time, but this book did it for me, okay? The Graham Effect. If you're gonna read any book in this video, have it be this one. That is so dramatic. I feel like there are a lot of books here that I love, but this can be one of them, okay? This was one of my 5-star reads, so trust it. Gothikana by Runix. I absolutely love this edition. Look how beautiful that is. However, do I love the book? No, I don't. I thought I was going to because I love The Predator and The Reaper, The Emperor, that series by Runix, Dark Fire series. One of my favorites, okay? So I thought this was gonna be amazing. It wasn't. Let me explain. First of all, I didn't really know what this book was supposed to be. Was it a mystery? Was it a fantasy? What were you trying to do? I'm not sure. And it kind of confused me, which pissed me off. Second of all, I didn't care about the characters. I don't even know their names. Like literally, I could not even tell you their names. Let's see. It is Corvina, I think. Yeah, Corvina. Oh yeah, Corvina and Vad. Okay, that is their names. And I'm sorry. I didn't care. I didn't like you. I didn't like Vad. I didn't feel their chemistry. I didn't enjoy the plot. Like the plot was kind of sort of everywhere. The mystery was the only thing I was focused on. And by the time the mystery was revealed, it wasn't even that special to me. So I felt like I wasted a bunch of my time. That's another unpopular opinion because most people love this book. And I do love this edition. Like I said, I'm very glad I own it. I adore it. It's sitting on my shelf looking beautiful, but I just don't like the book. I'm gonna show you this one and you're immediately gonna know what I'm gonna have to say about it. And I'm gonna not even need to say anything. Are you ready? Are you ready? Do I need to say any words? Do I need to say any words? I have a tattoo for it. That should tell you everything there is to know, okay? If you're going to read the Legacy of God series and you want to skip to any of them, you don't want to read the whole thing, have it be this one. God of Malice is one of my personal favorites, but I get that it's not for everyone. But God of Fury, it literally is for every single person. There's no way you hate this book. You're lying to my face if you tell me that. You are lying. It is Grumpy Sunshine. It is MM. It is like boy obsessed. I'm not going to say anything else because I'm going to get too passionate about this. Okay, this is one of the books I'm most passionate about. So I don't even want to hear it if you don't like it. You do not tell me. You do not utter those words. You say, I don't like God of... Were you silent or were you silenced? Yeah. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is a fantasy read. This was one of my first fantasy reads in a long time. I tend to go through periods where I don't read fantasy for a while and then all of a sudden I read it for a whole month and then I stop reading it again. So I read this one in December of last year, I want to say, and I liked it. I'm not obsessed with it like a lot of people are. I think it's a perfect mixture of like Hunger Games and Divergent. And I do enjoy that, but at the same time, that's why I didn't really enjoy that because I was so obsessed with Hunger Games and Divergent and like Maze Runner and all those books when I was younger that I feel like this just was the same thing to me. It does have like enemies to lovers, knife to the throat. It does have a really good concept and a good plot. I rated it 4 stars. I still really enjoyed it. I just didn't obsess over it like everyone else did. I didn't rate it 5 stars. It wasn't perfect to me, but it is definitely a very good fantasy read. And if you want to read something like quick and something that'll get you right away, that is easy and fun and also has romance, but the magic system is cool, all of that, Powerless could be the one. It gives Hunger Games. It gives that kind of energy. I think you'll like it. Most people do. Like I said, I wasn't that impressed, but I did enjoy it and I'm excited for the next one. Welcome to the Dark Side, Gianna Darling. In how many languages do we think I can say I fucking hate this book? There are not enough words to express just how much I hate this book. Now listen, some of it kind of got me. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up in some moments. I don't even like the book or the characters, but in some moments it did get me because some of the topics are like very sad and it hit me in the feels. But overall, let me just explain to you that this man, Zeus, okay, he meets her when he is 26. You're listening to me. Are you listening? And she's 7. No, not 17, 7. No, not 27, 7. No, not 37, 7 years old, okay? Nothing happens, of course, because Gianna Darling would have to be fucking insane to do that. But they like he saves her from something and they start like talking and they start like corresponding with each other because he's in jail and she starts writing him letters. And basically she becomes obsessed with this man because he saved her and he knows that about her. But he's like, oh, she's just a kid. But he like lets her be that way. And then when she gets older, he is attracted to her. But I'm like, well, and just the way Gianna does it, like the writing, he'll be like in her childhood bedroom and he's like, oh, I feel so hot like being in here. So, like stuck on this lollipop. It makes you look like so innocent. I'm sorry. I can't even hold this book without angering. Like it just pisses me off. It's bleh. You can like it, do your thing. I don't. I hate that book. I do like a lot of the other books in that series. I read all of the books in this vlog if you want to go watch it, but this book, no, I don't even want to touch it anymore, okay? It just stands on my shelf because the rest of the books are there and I can't have just one book missing from the series, but that leads me into my dark Romeo. you by, who wrote this? Parker S. Huntington and LJ Shen, I think. This is a special edition. Look how beautiful she is. Now, you would think, oh, Larry, you have a special edition of this book. Don't you love it? No, I don't. In fact, I DNF'd it. I'm pretty sure. This is one of those books that I was so invested in the beginning. The beginning had me, okay? I was like, oh, I love this book. I love these characters. It's so funny. It's so fun. I'm enjoying every single thing about it. All of a sudden, it lost me. I don't know what happened. Like, I can't even blame the book. I don't even know if it was the book or if it was me that just lost all interest in everything, because I was enjoying the hell out of it. All of a sudden, let's say I'm on page 35. No, I'm on chapter 35, whatever. I don't really know why I stopped. But there I was enjoying it. I'm like, having such a good time. Fuck this book. What happened? I don't know. But I became so uninterested, not invested. I hated everything about it. I immediately dropped it and never picked it up again. I want to read the second book in the series. And like I said, maybe it was a me thing. But this edition is really beautiful, so it still sits on my shelf. Sometimes things just have to sit there and look pretty. The last book we're going to be discussing is Hopeless by LZ Silver, another special edition. As you can see, I'm just showing all my special editions today. I just was in the mood for showing you them. Cute, right? Anyway, this series is everything to me. I love Flawless. I love Heartless. Reckless is my favorite, okay? So I do love the series. Hopeless, though, I'm so deeply upset to say that I didn't like it. And I was expecting it. I wanted to love this book so badly. This is the last book in the series. It was the book that I was anticipating the most. I read Flawless before the rest of the series came out. So I was like release by release waiting for this one. So maybe it's because I expected so much. Maybe it's because I was waiting for Bo and I just, anything would have let me down. But this book just didn't do it for me. It didn't feel like Bo was the character I saw in the rest of the series. I don't like when, it's very rare for me, let's say, to like a book when the rest of the series made a character look a certain way, and then in their book, they're completely different. Like, I want them to be at least a little bit the same. Obviously, we're gonna get to see their struggles and stuff. So, like, for instance, when we see the sunshine person in everybody else's book, in theirs, like, whatever, we're obviously gonna see them struggle and stuff. That makes sense. But I need them to still have a little bit of that sunshine in there. You know what I mean? Like, I need them to still be the same person. What? Like, I was expecting that, and I just didn't get it. And I didn't even like the girl in the book. I don't even remember her name. Pretty sure it's Bailey. And it's Bailey. I don't know what to say. It makes me really sad because I wanted to love this book so bad, but life had other plans. That is all, my besties. Those are all the popular books we're going to be talking about today. Let me know your opinions down below, but don't attack anyone, okay? We can all have different opinions. We can all like different books, and it's perfectly okay. This is a safe space, okay? You can like and hate whatever book you want, and that is okay. We are safe over here, okay? We finished just in time because it's literally getting dark right now, you guys. But it took me so long to film this. Remember when I said I was gonna finish in like 10 minutes? That was cute. Anyway, I love you so much. Have such a good day. Let me know what other videos you wanna see because I wanna know what you guys want me to film so I can start doing that. So let me know in the comments below. I love you, I love you, I love you.